slaying.
Salama family, salama, how y'all doing today? Hope you're blessed and highly favored. Shabbat shalom family. So this is not going to be a long broadcast today, but we're going to talk about the future plans of TEOTW Ministries, where we're going with things, and keep the family up to date. And we also have a serious teaching that's coming up because I don't think a lot of us understand how important Israel is to the Most High's plan. I'm like, the more you get into the scriptures, the more the revelation of the plan for Israel. Thank you, HD, for the gift. So Israel has a huge plan in that God is going to fulfill through, quote unquote, the chosen. I know some people don't like that word. They think you're getting a big head. They think you're better than everybody else. No, the Most High chose the people for himself. Why did he choose them people? We're going to find out, right? That'll probably be next week. We still working through some of the little bitty issues, but I'm like, if what I see is correct, it ties back into the teaching I did about Israel being a light to the Gentiles. But the imagery and the symbology is bigger than you can imagine, really. All right, family. So let me share with you all today. Some of you all know about this. A lot of the patrons and stuff, they've already know about this. And we're going to share this with everyone else. And right now, family, we're still working our way through a few things. So remember, we're beta testing, basically. So thank you, MS Daryao, for the gift. So family, welcome to the new TEOTW Ministries website. You can go to TEOTWMinistries.com. TEOTWMinistries.com. So everyone who's a part of the Ning website, Ning is going to be going away, right? Ning was our initial setup. We thought we were going to do something with it, but we didn't really like Ning as a platform. So now we have a new site, family, new site. So here you can come here and you're going to see all of our videos, right? So this is the main page here, right? The introduction video is the hidden history of Moors and Jews. All right. So we have new episodes, end time prophecy, 400 years. Thank you, Brother Bear, for the gift. Shabbat shalom. And then we have history, right? It's all broken up, right? We also have a live stream. Now I'm going to show you that because I have that playing right now. All right. Now I'm going to show you. So this is the live stream, family. If you can't find us on YouTube, you know where you can find us right here, right here on TEOTWMinistries.com. We are live streaming right now. I mean, that in and of itself is great, right? So one thing I want to emphasize is that there's a section here for those who just want updates, right? You can just enter your email if you just want updates from TEO Ministries, but not become a member. But if you want to be a member, you must create a login, right? You know, you all used to that. You're going to have a profile and all those type of things, right? So you must create a login if you want to, be a part of the community. So now we also have here a news section. All right. So here is all the posts in the news. You roll down here, you'll see all of the posts, right? Current news. So here we're going to have a lot of just all kind of news that interest us in terms of being Israelites, right? Prophetically speaking, that's the kind of news that's going to be here, not just feel good type entertainment stuff, but things that happens that portend the second Exodus or World War III, which we know is going to happen before the second Exodus. All right. End time prophecy news events. You have videos here. So you're going to have articles. You're going to have videos, right? You can just click on it.
Aaron Collins begins our coverage
just
tonight.
watch the videos, right? Then we have Africa news. Anything pertaining to Africa is going to be here. Then we have diaspora news. Anything in relation to the diaspora. We're going to talk about this as well as we move on. And remember, this is still growing. There's a lot of stuff we're going to be adding to the site. But this is diaspora. Any news dealing with the diaspora here, right? Then apologetics right there. All right. If you want to give, you all know the information there. And then we have the Dry Bones Project. I'm going to tell you right now what the Dry Bones Project is, but the Dry Bones Project does not officially kick off till next week sometime, right? So the Dry Bones Project, let me read that to you. It says, Ezekiel 37 speaks of the uniting of the dry bones. We believe that this uniting of the dry bones is meant to be a reuniting of the true biblical Israelites found scattered throughout the world with their fellow brothers and sisters who exist throughout the land of Africa. Many in Africa are of both the southern tribes and the northern tribes of Israel. Those who were scattered throughout the world as slaves are primarily the southern tribes, which is known as the Kingdom of Judah. This project is to help unite all of Israel and to especially help those from Judah who have returned home to fulfill the Most High's plan, a plan that we believe includes those who are uniquely called to return prior to the prophesied second Exodus back to Zion. Please help us support them by becoming a patron of their channel, as well as supporting us here at TEO Ministries. Salama. So what this is, family, right now, there's two ministries that we're supporting right now that's a part of the Dry Bones Project, which is T3ME, right, with Siobhan and Tim, and Stepping Stones with Brother Stephen and his wife, right? So we're starting with these two ministries. That is not going to be the only ones. Now, we're not asking for you to do something you're not led to do, okay? But we're uniting together, right? We're all uniting together. And so we have a vision that we believe is from the Most High to work together. So, for instance, in the United States of America, Black people have been taught to be capitalists. We have been taught to do things by ourselves, which is why we can never overcome our enemies, right? Because a single strand is very weak. A single strand is very weak, but a multiple strands banding together and intertwined cannot be broken, okay? So we want you to support them. Now, if it's not on your heart to support them, don't do it, okay? This is for those who see the vision, right? Some of you are going to say, well, the second Exodus ain't happened. Why are we trying to unite? Okay, it's not for you, okay? Our belief is that God is using them, and we want to support them as the Most High used them, or Father Yah uses them. That is the goal of the Dry Bones Project. And there's no central account, right? There's no main account where, you give it to Teo and we distribute it. No, right? This is up to you. You support them or you don't, but we're uniting for a vision. Now, I know you all, some of y'all, y'all got y'all ways about you, but understand this. When Nehemiah went and went back to Jerusalem, start rebuilding the wall and all those things, right? That was actions that he took. He went back, he started doing things. A bunch of people came together. They started rebuilding that wall. Okay. Sometimes people have to do things, right? We don't want to sit on the side, right? Because we are part of God's plan. I told you that we're part of God's plan. We must do things, right? And so, faith without works, if y'all want to continue that quote unquote churchianity type stuff and don't be a part of the business and be a part of the plan, that's up to you. But we're putting in the work, right? And we're going to be supporting these two ministries. So TEO Ministries is already a Patreon, and we're also going to be giving to their Cash Apps as well. That is the vision, right? And so they are contacts on the continent, right? As you see, Teacher and me, they're building their businesses. They're building the relationships with our people who are on the continent, right? They are already being a part of the bone to bone and the flesh to flesh and the sinews to sinews. That's how we see it. If you don't see it, that's fine. But we're going to be promoting the Dry Bones Project. And if you see that as a vision, please join it, right? All right. So we have also here additional videos. So here is where all of the ODC, some people say Odyssey, I say Odyssey, right? Because it ain't spelled the same. This is where the ODC videos will be, which is, sort of controversial stuff is going to be. Not all of them controversial, but that's why we were using Odyssey as well. And remember, all of these menu items are not going to be the same in the long run. They're going to change. So, and here, we have patron only videos. It may be patron only. We don't know, but these are also going to be like physically uploaded videos that may be, too much for the world, right? So where it's going to be just Israelite stuff right here. So we don't be getting heat from everybody, because guess what? Everybody don't need to hear everything, right? Only Israel, only family. Some stuff is just for family. That's going to be here. Now, whether we call it Patreon only or Israelite only, I don't know at this point, right? We're still growing. So here's where we're going to upload those particular videos here. Okay. So here we have the statement of faith, right? Tell you, what TEO Ministry believe, things like that. So if y'all want to know what we believe, just go ahead and check that out, right? We also have a FAQ, right? This is going to grow. I mean, right now, this is just high level type stuff, right? Everything is in transition. Okay. And here we have contact. So, some of y'all may not know our email address, right? You can contact us through the portal, right? Then we have here a forum. Okay, so this forum is called African Connect, Everything Diaspora Forum. Now, like I say, everything is in transition. Everything is growing, right? Everything is new. Okay. So African Connect, this is where we're going to connect. We're going to have discussions on things and all those type of things. You could set up your own discussions, all those type of things. So this was just created, so there's nothing there, right? But this is where we're going to have the family connect. Look, you from the continent, we can connect here. You in the diaspora, we connect here. Stuff like that. Now, there's also a way that you can follow people as well, right? So you will see some of our people have already registered, right? So you can follow them, right? Just click on follow and you'll see when they post and things like that. And as I mentioned, there's other things we're going to add. Now, one of the unique features, we'll see how it goes, is right here you have members chat, right? So you might see a whole bunch of people online and you can say, you know what? let me send such and such a text. Let me send such and such a text. Right. So, you can communicate on this platform to anybody, right? Anybody. So we'll see how that works out. If it become too troublesome, we'll see how things go. But we think it's a good little thing, so you can communicate with everybody. So this is where we're at right now, family. And the whole idea is to make it easier for those who are part of this ministry to get information about this ministry, to get information about videos, to not be censored by the powers that be. We can say what we want, right? And so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So before I end, family, I'll take this opportunity, if you want, to answer any questions you have. It doesn't have to be just about the site. It can be about anything. So do you all have any questions for me before we end this? Let's see. Okay, how can we connect here? What are you doing leaving to Africa? I'm not going to Africa now. No, I'll let you all know when it's time for me to go. I told you I'm probably not going back to Africa until everybody goes. So, but that don't mean I won't go and visit, right? So let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Love is Yah, loving our people. Thumbs up. We really have to learn how to love each other and support one another. That's what we got to do. Look, if we keep doing things the way we've been doing, we'll never change. Things will never improve. But we have to put others before ourselves, and we have to do things, right? We have to bless people. We have to be a part of loving one another. And like I say, love is an action word, right? Is it on Hebrew Sphere? No, this is just TEOTW Ministries. We'll probably have a link in our group on Hebrew Sphere, because Hebrew Sphere is totally different. Hebrew Sphere is like a Facebook for Israel, right? The TEOTW portal is really just to get information about TEOTW Ministries, about our videos, not being censored, and being able to have projects and set up communication between the continent and here, right? That's the goal. Let's see. Salam. Let's see. Yeah, I like the news part as well, Brother Hawk. I don't know. Was this a question for me? I'm not sure. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we like it. We did our best with it. It's going to be a growing process. Do you think group economics is a part of God's plan for the second Exodus? Look, I think group economics is part of life, right? It's sort of like your family, right? You have children, you have uncles, you have cousins, you have all these people, right? And y'all have group economics. Y'all help each other out, right? That's just the way it is. That's how people do. See, the thing is, we as Israel have been broken purposefully by the oppressor. And so they want us to say, okay, well, I got mine, you get yours, right? No. See, look, if I had Oprah Winfrey money, or if I had money like Tyler Perry, look, Israel will be rolling like a boss. I'm telling you, because look, you have to give. Look, what does our Father do? Does he not give? See, we have to emulate our Father. I'm not doing this capitalism thing, right? It's about family. Look, we have to renew our minds. We all family. Go look at the DNA, and it all go back to the same place and the same people. Come on now. We got to change our minds. right? We got to do right by each other and treat each other like family. So let me go on. Do you think group? Okay, I already did that. Let's see. Will this be primarily the main go-to site for everything? Yes, exactly. Everything with TEOTW Ministries this is the main go-to site. So like if something goes wrong and you can't hear from us, you say, hey, I haven't seen TEOTW Ministries on YouTube for a while or whatever. You can always go here and get the latest updates. And also if you become a member of the site, you'll get notices as email notices of what's going on with the ministry, what we're up to, things like that, facilitating communication about us, as well as facilitating communication about T3ME, Stepping Stones, and whoever else is a part of the Dry Bone Project. Nine Blackmores arrested today. Watch out. Okay. Send me information on that. I haven't heard anything about that. Let's see. All right. Let's see. How do you personally prepare for the wilderness? Trust in the Most High. That's it. Really. You know what I'm saying? Trying to live righteous. Things like that. I mean, I don't think there's anything we can personally do to prepare for what these people have planned for us, right? Other than to trust in the Most High and live a holy life. Not saying you can't do anything physically. Do the minimum you can physically. Don't get it twisted, right? I do believe in preparation like the ant does when he see, So let's just do that. Let's see. Do you think group economics is that being posted more than once, or am I just hitting it twice? Yeah, we're gonna do what the Most High tell us to do. Everything ain't gonna be popular, but it's gonna be out of love. I tell you that, right? We're gonna do things different. Have you seen or been familiar with Jay Cameron on YouTube? His videos tours aimed at encouraging people to visit. No, I haven't seen him. Hey, Sister Rasha, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? God bless. Y'all bless. Thank you, Sister Shonda. We love you too. Much success to your platform too. 714, support our Sister Shonda, fam. Let's see. Yes, we have to care for each other. We got to be different, family. Let's see. If we're in the wilderness with no phone or calendar, because America has gone to how do we tell our Shabbats and feast days? Ain't it great you got grace? See, you have grace. You can celebrate that whenever you want. If you don't know what day it is, look, liberty in Christ. It's like I would tell people, right? It's the difference between the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. That's what we got to learn. All right. Let's see. Will you be including stories of our awakening on the channel? I'm driving. Yes. I mean, if we get them, yes, they're going to be testimonies on there as well. And yeah, we'll do that. Salamat, family. T3ME. Support them, family. Let's see. Too much I'm going to do me going. Let's see. Too much I'm going to do me going on for group anything. Let's see. I got to learn how to do slow mode. I still don't know how. I'm going to have to talk to Dante about that one. Let's see. Is there a way that TEOTW Ministries can be a part of ADDI? I don't know. That's up to ADDI. I mean, we've been to a meeting or two of theirs. I just don't know how. I'm not sure what their vision is, right? Other than Africans working together. I don't know if they see that we are Israel and our focus is on Israelites who happen to be descendants of what people call Africans. And I don't want to get into the whole thing about we're not Africans, we're Israelites. Okay, well, that continent is Africa, and our people is from Africa, so therefore we're Africans. That's like saying we're not, African Americans / Hebrew Israelites, we're Americans, right? I mean, come on. I mean, I just had to say that because I know I'm a hit. Let's see. Exactly. Now I can speak freely. Exactly. We can talk, family. They can't shut us down. What is your plan for your YouTube channel? YouTube's still going to be there unless they get rid of me. I mean, YouTube's still going to be primary, right? This is a way for the family to always be able to find us and always to be able to hear us, right? In case YouTube decides they don't want to be our friends no more. Not that they are, right? The Blackmores were arrested for not having carry permits while traversing Massachusetts. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Curious. All right. Do you think the Most High is gathering his people the way he wants to? I really believe so. Look, I do believe it's happening, and I do believe that T3ME and Stepping Stones to Home, I believe all of them are fulfilling part of the prophecies. Look, a lot of people think everything is going to be identical to the first Exodus, and I don't believe that. I believe it's similar to the first Exodus, right? Even the plagues are a little different from the first Exodus plagues. I mean, we got ants, we got rodents, we got snakes, we have spiders, we have the whole pandemic. It's a little different than the first, but it's still plague, right? I mean, so I do believe that the Most High is gathering us now, and that's why how it ends up being fulfilled in the final phase of things is the question, right? What's the website again? I'm gonna paste it in the chat. Okay. TEOMinistries.com. www.TEOTW Ministries.com. Yeah. Yeah, we looking forward to this because I believe the Most High has a lot planned for his people. A lot of things you got to do by the Spirit, right? You got to be led by the Spirit, and we're definitely on the same page with T3ME and Stepping Stone to Home. So yeah, Libra is converting to Odisi. That's why I went over there. I like Odisi. It's they put a lot of work into it. Is the fulfilling of the Gentiles going to be similar to what is mentioned in Ezekiel chapters 29 through 31? I mean, that's sort of a broad question. Is the fulfilling of the Gentiles going? I'm a bit I need more clarity on that. Okay, I put the website in there, family. Just click the link. Yeah, I don't think it's that long either, to be honest with you. Just in my spirit. Have you seen Master P's son's deal? Sounds like transfer of wealth to me. No, I haven't. I'm gonna look into it. Master P and his family, I think they're anointed. I think I don't know if he know he's Israel yet, but he believes in the Messiah. So we'll see. He from my hometown, so you know how that is. The Most High says, don't go before me. If my people not together here, what am I going to Africa? Nobody told you to go to Africa. See, that's where y'all get it twisted. See, there's some people who were called to go to Africa. 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, I was told to go to Texas. I went to Texas. The Most High ain't tell you go to Texas. See, that's what I'm trying to let y'all understand. Just because God ain't tell you don't mean he not telling nobody else. So y'all trying to put him in the box. I don't do that. So let's see. What do you feel about the UN human rights group stating America needs to pay reparations? I think all of that is just a sign of what's coming right now. I don't think any of them are going to want to pay us for what they owe, right? That ain't going to happen. It's not going to be out of the goodness of their heart that they get a conscience. I don't see it, right? But I do believe that they're going to pay. Now, how that manifests, I can't tell you, right? But I think it's part of prophecy. Like I always say, look, why now? Why are you talking about paying us now? Why? Because it's at the end of the 400 years. That's why. You ain't got a choice. It's part of the prophecies and it's going to come to pass. That's just the way I see it. Just want to thank you guys for staying focused. Yeah, thank you, brother. We appreciate your support, Second Birth Hebrew, and many others. Yeah, we love you too, Sister Rochelle. And tell my brother Eshan, blessings. I sense many. He's anointed. That's all I gotta say. Eshan Burgundy, he's anointed. There's big things for him. Guaranteed. Let's see. Have you ever interviewed Go Black be on the run? I wouldn't mind having Go Black on here. Look, Go Black. If you watch this channel, I want to interview you. I like Go Black. He think like I do. Oh, we think the same. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Police responding to heavily armed men claiming to not recognize our laws. Really? All right. Well, that's prophetic. Thank you for the gifts, Brother Bruce Paris. I keep hearing doctors say 2 to 4 years for those who took the lollipop. Have you? Yeah, I've heard the same thing. And be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. That's definitely the plan of the enemy. I think that a lot of the Most High's people, even though they took it, gonna be healed. That's what I think. Because there's scriptures that says when right before we go back, rise and shine, for your light has come, the glory of the Lord is upon you. And it talks about in other scriptures, and I did a teaching on that, how many of us gonna be healed. Also, the scripture that talks about God purifying our blood. So I think that that's the plan. It ain't gonna happen for Israel. That's what I see. They're gonna be like, why are these people still moving around? Nothing happening. Anointing, right? Because some people made a bad decision. That's just the way it is. Let's see. I've just watched Yona Golab's lesson on the kingdom. What's your take on the two kingdoms? I don't think there's a difference between the kingdom of Yahusha and the kingdom of Yah. Okay, according to the scriptures, Yeshua is going to give all of his people and everything back to the Father at some point in the future. I don't think there's a difference. Hello, Australia family. Yeah, family, go and sign up. You get a lot of notifications of things that's going to be going on. Yeah, we're eager to link up with them too, Brother Steve. Hey, Sister Crystal. Being different does not mean leave. No, not for you. If the God ain't, if the Most High ain't tell you leave, don't leave. It's simple as that. Thank you for the gift, C. Allen. What's the direct website so I can sign up? TEOTWMINISTRIES.com. I put the link in there. I could put it in there again. I'll put it in there one more time. Right. I want to thank you. Please don't call the Latinos and natives the children of Jacob. Yep, I'm with you on that. How upfront do you think they will be about the aliens? I don't know where they're going with the alien thing, but apparently something's up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I just had to say that. Thank you, Brew Queen. All right, let's see. Thank you, Sister Angie. Love ya. Something's going down, family, really soon. I mean, you can feel it in the spirit. Thank you, the Beginners Channel, for the gift. Peace and blessings, my brother. You're welcome. Thank you for the gift, Dawn. All is vanity. It all is vanity. If you ain't loving and serving the Most High Yah, it's all vanity. I'm new to the awakening. Do you think the issues between those who follow with followings can use the nations to remain at strife with one another? Isn't this one of the reasons we were placed in Babylon? I'm not sure the question there, Christina. Maybe you could rephrase it, but I think the question is the fighting between the other nations because of us? If you could rephrase that, that'd be great. You're welcome, Sister Angie. Love ya. I'm all for that. We need to take back our identity. And you know what else? We need to promote our culture. We promote everything else, all of the foolishness they want us to portray, right? Look, wear your tassels on your shirts. You know what I'm saying? Wear your head wraps. We're going to promote our culture. Guess what? Like I mentioned to somebody today, I said, you're going to have white boys wearing fringes. Come on now. You know we the trendsetters. I'm just saying. Thank you, Brother Mark. Yeah, I might have to get that slow mode going. Let's see. I might miss some of your questions because I lose some of my spot. Let's see. Do you think UFOs are chariots of the Most High, as some Hebrew camps teach? I think some are and some aren't. You got to understand the enemy is pushing UFOs and aliens, right? That means the devil has some UFOs or some manifestation as well, right? Not just the Most High. I think they're seeing some of the Most High's, chariots and some of the enemies. It's not just the Most High's. Well, that is the plan. Oh, I wanted to bring that up too, family. I'm glad you brought this up, Israel. So, family, I'm gonna do this show. Hopefully, my brother can join, and we're gonna talk about a document where all of this stuff was scripted already. I mean, way back to 2010. I mean, literally, right? I mean, the proof is in the pudding, right? I mean, all of this was scripted. And look, I know we could show it to people, they're still not gonna believe it, but it's written there, right? All of this was scripted, all of it. And I was saying that from day one, that all of this stuff is scripted, even the wars, they're all scripted, right? So this whole game is very complex. The U.S., Russia, and China all have their submarines with nukes actively moving. Yeah, exactly. Something's going down. We'll see. Thank you, Nakim. I was told the two witnesses are the northern and southern kingdoms of Israel. However, in Revelation, it says two prophets. Look, I'm going to say this. I got a teaching coming about this, hopefully. I mean, I'm still working through some issues with my brother, but you're close. I think you're close. I mean, it blows your mind, but I think that is close. Yeah, we definitely have to unite. Second Bert Hebrew. What would say to young people attending school and do not want to take the jab to attend? What's your advice? I say, well, I can't say that, but you know my position. I can't say that because I might get shut down, but you know my position. Prophetess Carrie Ann Giddens put out a message today that the U.S. will have a lights out. Yeah, they do. They have one planned, I think, on the 9th? A war game or something like that. So be careful, family. Yes, the Cash App is right there. You see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen, right? $ TEOTW 7101. Thank y'all for the support. The alien deception is about a false. Look, all that stuff they taught us with the Left Behind series and stuff. Yeah, they trying to fit that whole scenario, right? That end time prophecy, which has nothing to do with the Bible, but that's what they're trying to do. We do not have the money to leave, but this verse keeps coming to me, and also that nation whom they serve will I judge that way. Yeah, I mean, like I say, you can't put the Most High in the box, because remember, Nehemiah went back before everybody else, and a few of him and some of the other people started building. Everybody ain't go back right away. So that's how it is. You can't put God in the box. Thank you, Brother Ross, for signing up. A black jacket that had Tribe of Judah and Jesus is Lord. Okay. Does he think he Judah? Let's see. Slow mode is in your back office after the keyword section. Okay, I'll find that. Thanks, Sister Shonda. Any thoughts on where the wilderness will be on the continent? I think the continent is the wilderness among the people. Remember, it's not like the old wilderness. Nothing is identical to the first Exodus. That's why the Bible says wilderness among the people. I believe that Ghana is. I believe Tanzania is. I think some people could speak on this better than me, but even Tanzania, I think the original name was Taknania, something like that, which meant wilderness or something like that. Ask T3 and me, they got more info on that. But my belief is that all of us is going, when we're going back, we're going amongst all of the Bantu tribes, which are the Israelites. That's what I believe the wilderness among the people is. Concerning the aliens thing, there's a movie out called Tomorrow War. I heard about that. I'm going to check it out. By the way, that militia group just mentioned earlier calls themselves Descendants of the Moors. They're called Rise of the Moors. Interesting. You know what, family? I mean, just to be honest, I feel that Micah 5:8 is about to kick off. Our people not taking it. Have y'all seen the videos? I know Go Black had one on about the African guy telling the Mzungu, look, you better get out of here. I know you got a gun, but we got like 10, 20 of us. You might get one, you ain't getting us all. There was another guy, Mzungu, was trying to take his land, and the guy like, you ain't taking his land. They ain't having it. Like our people not passive no more. Look like they waking up. They know what's going on. So we'll see what happens. I think Micah 5:8 about to kick off. Thank you for the gift, Sister Angie. Love ya. Tell you, Israel ain't gonna be passive no more. I told you the curse is over. How would you advise young who refuse to take? Okay, I mentioned that. Do you think they will try to put the Hebrews in FEMA camps? I think they're gonna try to do that and much more, but it ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, Israel ain't gonna take it lying down. I'm telling you, we different. We different now. I'm telling you. Let's see. Do you think they will try? Okay, well, I just did that. 400 years is up. Yep. The Army announced mandatory in September. Well, we'll see what the military does. Some of them might end up quitting. Let's see. Shalom, what's up, Brother Tone? Thank you. I say just don't do it. Trust in the Most High. Look, you ain't got to do nothing they tell you to do. That's the bottom line. You don't have to do nothing they tell you to do. You have free will. Trust the Most High. I told you, we all gonna take care of each other. Don't think you gonna be left alone. No, the Most High has made provisions. He knew this time was coming. Ain't nobody scared of them. They could turn the water off. They could turn the electricity off. They could stop the food trucks. Ain't gonna give in. Look, I told you. Israel ain't playing that no more. I'm telling you. I know it. Israel not playing that no more. Is the document something? Okay, I see it. I see those that are knowledgeable in the awakening calling each other out. Do you think this is helpful or harmful to those coming into the awakening? Here's the thing. It depends on how you call out. Like, you could call out bad doctrine, but don't make it personal if you can. Some people force you to be personal. I mean, they do. There's people I got issues with. You know that already, right? I try not to bring up the names. It is what it is. We people, everybody not gonna get along. I don't like liars and deceivers, so that's a problem right there. I try to avoid the ones I got issues with, right? But I don't think it harms the awakening at all, right? Because I think that, if you call out somebody's name, you're gonna be dealt with when they call you out. So look, I'm not for this whole passive type thing, right? I'm not for beating up on Israel either. Don't get it twisted. But I don't believe in being a floor mat either, right? So I think personally, if you got a problem with a particular doctrine, talk about the doctrine. Don't talk about the individual. That's how I feel about it, right? Talk about the doctrine. But some people make it personal because they bring your name in, and that's that, right? I mean, so it is what it is, I'm like, some of us ain't gonna just sit down and be floor mats. That's what it ain't got nothing to do with egos and all that stuff. It's about respect. So however the Most High want us to handle it or have you handle it, that's what I suggest. But I don't think anything can harm the awakening because this isn't a man thing. This is the Most High. There is a book called The Pale White Horse, which talks about how everything we see today was scripted. Oh, cool. I want to read that because I heard somebody like 20, 40 years ago talk about this. It was like on one of those old shows, and he would talk about how everything was scripted and the stage is set, right? And You know, we found evidence that it is scripted. All of this is scripted to bring in the New World Order. Let's see. All right. Nurses are being let go and not hired if no lollipop. Guess what? Let's see them stay in business when they ain't got nobody working. Okay? They're trying to force everybody to give in. Let's see what happens when everybody say, keep your job. Let's see how they stay open. Let's see them hospitals stay open. Yeah, they definitely disappointed. The Left Behind series. How do you feel about these pastors who encouraged and even hosted for the? I have no respect for them. Zero respect for any pastor that told them to do that. First of all, you're not a medical profession. Secondly, you don't know the risk. Neither do they have recourse if something were to happen. Come on now. You just giving in to the political system. I have no respect for them. Zero. None. Zero. I'm trying to understand being Hebrew. The biggest thing with me in trying to read about the Hebrews is trying to learn the wrong teachings from the church. Okay. Yeah, eat the meat, spit out the bone. I say listen to whoever you want to, but be careful. You know, just validate and research things. Can you do these more often? Yeah, we can do more questions and answers. Yeah, we can do that. Definitely, if y'all want to, just let me know. If y'all want me to do more, me and Minister Taylor to do more Q&As, you know, put a one in the chat. Yeah, that was the name of it. Tanganyika. That's what Tanzania used to be called, and it meant wilderness. It was interesting. Dar es Salaam means house of peace, and Tanzania means well, yep. Very interesting. Is this movie fun? Is it boring with just the alien thing? Let me know. I mean, I do like sci-fi stuff. Wasn't the Americas connected to Africa because of millions of years ago? That was before there was an Israel. Y'all gonna go make me watch the Tomorrow War. Let's see. Outlaw bikers, they claim Judah through Yeshua. Oh, okay. Did you hear Biden say the citizens may have guns, but we have drones? Yeah, I heard that. All I say, bring it. It got to come to a head. That's how I feel, you know. You got to come to a head. Either that or you're going to be living in a totalitarian, luciferic, technocratic system. I pray everything that they plan for us fails and falls. Me too, I'm with you on that. Thank you for the gift, Sister Sheila Jackson. Thank you. Thank you. Do you think all the black shootings is Yah's way of purging the rebels? I think it's just part of the enemy. Still using our people until we get out of their land. You know, our people have been under some serious brainwashing. I mean, And I think that's what it is. Do you think FBA and ADOS is detrimental to the awakening? I think it doesn't matter, because they're going to do what they're going to do, and they're trying to foster unity. I think the problem is they're trying to unify out of the outside of the movement of the Most High. That's the biggest problem, but it doesn't stop the awakening. It doesn't stop the work of the Most High. They're not detrimental to us because the Most High rules. I mean, what he say gonna come to pass? Ain't nothing they can do to stop it. Nothing they can do to hinder it. You know, just like urban apologists, they can't stop it. They tried. It's still growing. What can be done, right? So I don't think it matters. Micah 5:8, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. As a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among flocks of sheep, tearing up asunder. Come on now. I'm telling you, Israel ain't the same no more. I'm telling you. Let's see. Thank you, Cecil, for the gift. If they smart, they will. If they smart, they will quit. Yeah, we're not taking it no more. I told, look, Israel is at a different stage. We not. I'm telling you, Israel ain't putting up with it no more. I'm telling you, we done. Come on now, y'all know we done. All of y'all know we done with their foolishness. We're not putting up with it no more. It has to come to a head. It has to. Thank you for the gift, Brew Queen Israel. Did you see the news of the 12-year-old girl who? Yeah, I saw that. That was sad. That was really sad. I think parents need to think twice. I mean, it's one thing if you do you, but your children, come on. Anyway, thank you, Echo, for the gift. Okay, so y'all do want more Q&As. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. More Q&As it is, fam. Exactly. We're not giving the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound. That's what I'm talking about. Look, we trust in the Most High. He's in control, but we're not giving in to the system. That's all I'm saying. Israel ain't, look, we know what's happening, you know. We walking by faith, not by sight. Okay. Yeah, we a lot of ones. So yeah, we'll do more Q&As. Yeah, I heard about this as well, Sister Sheila, that they're doing that. It is what it is. That's why I say it's coming to a head, right? Let's see. I agree with you, Sister Dawn. Yep, eat the meat, spit out the bone. I think you can learn something from everyone. You just got to be careful. Eat the meat, spit out the bone. God bless you, my sister. Let's see. Do you think the wilderness is one of the countries on the? I think the wilderness is the people in that and on the continent. That's what I think. Let's see. It's a good movie so far, huh? Okay. Guess I'll be watching that. Maybe my wife and I watch that later. Let's see. We have people that are in Asia, Japan, China, Vietnam. We don't hear much talk about the Israelites there. Yeah, we don't hear much about it because just like in India, you don't hear too much about them there as well. The Sadi. So, they keep us hidden. Do you believe communion is meant to be practiced in the church? Well, here's my thing. And I hope it don't come across wrong. But I don't think communion. I think communion is a church construct, just like the word church. I think the assembly, the called out ones, is those who are believers in Yeshua, who come to meet on the Passover to do what we call communion in celebration and honor of our Savior. So really the communion is really, in my opinion, was supposed to be in remembrance of Yeshua being a true lamb sacrifice for Passover. Yeah, you can do it anytime, right? You could do it once a month, whatever, as much as you want, right? Because the Bible says often as you do it. But I believe that's what it was supposed to be symbolic. So, when there's the Passover, I think, that's when we should do it. But it's just my opinion. I'm not saying you can't do it once a month. I ain't saying you could do it, don't have to do it once a week. I just, that's just my opinion on, I think what the intent was to honor the true Passover sacrifice. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Are Mexicans and Native Americans Israelites? If they're not Negro, no. When are you going to teach on your view of the rapture? My brother's working on that. Y'all need to hype on him. I've been telling him we need to get that out. That's his deal right there. I could have done it already, but he said he was going to do it. But he be working so much. But anyway. They called the alien Sabbath keepers, which made the movie really okay. I have to check that out. That's interesting. Yeah, I might have to check that out. There's a lot of hidden things in these movies. Your thoughts on the accuracy of the 12 tribes chart? Throw it in the trash. The 12 tribes chart is trash. Do you think the Gentiles will begin to be more embarrassed about the legacy history they have done? Yeah, they are. Once they can no longer deny that we the people, oh yeah, they're gonna feel real bad about it because they know what the payment is, right? That's why we ain't got to worry about justice. Justice is coming. Yeah, no, they're not. Let's say that. Let's see. Tell us if they're not Negroes, they're not. Let's see. It is very important for Israelites to be. Okay, that's not it. Do you think the division in the awakening will change? Too many groups, too little. I don't think the division is going to change until we go back to the continent and we come into the unity of the faith. I mean, a lot of people still growing, right? A lot of people still awakening, and we go from level to level. So there's going to be division until we all in the unity of the faith. Mexicans are not Israel. They are not scared. Exactly. They're not. Don't listen to them camps. They don't know what they're talking about. Have you heard TD Jakes and others trying to use Hebrew terms, trying to draw people? I wouldn't be surprised. Their church is going to slowly empty. That's why they were fighting so hard through their little proxies called urban apologists. FBA ADOS is CIA operation. Look at how they appear to divide the people. It's possible. I don't trust any man-made movement, to be honest with you. It's possible. Do you think the beings inside the UFOs will look like the ancient gods or like the little grays? That's a good question. That is a good question. I think some of them are going to be grays. We'll see. I can't answer that one, but I mean, I've always thought that mythology plays a role in a lot of this, right? I just read the Blue Beam Project. Could it be the UFO sightings or a part of 3D projection spoken? I think there's going to be some artificial stuff and real. That's what I don't know. I mean, it could just end up being that because, but the Bible tells us that we fight not against flesh and blood, but principalities, powers, and wickedness in heavenly places. So there literally are, uh, you know, based upon my theory, I think a lot of the world leaders have been working with the fallen directly. I think Satan is sitting at the table with the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and the Carnegies and all these people. Did you see the fire in the Gulf of Mexico? I haven't heard anything about it. Brown Church, Bishop Brown know how to do get match. Okay. Are the fallen angels being released from the abyss pre-Exodus or after? Well, I can't answer that one. I'd have to give it some thought. Yeah. T3 and me haven't been on the continent long enough to tell anybody what it's like. They've been on there long enough to tell you what it's like. Why is it so hard for our people to believe that we are the chosen people? Because they love Egypt. They love the comforts of Babylon. Why do you think that the Most High had our ancestors during the first Exodus in the wilderness for 40 years? Those generations had to go away because their minds were polluted by the enemy, polluted by Egypt, right? So let's see. I think we come to a close. Thank you for the gift, blessed hope. Let's see. Communion seems to be an illegitimate replacement for the Passover meal or the covenant meal between Messiah and the. I agree. I mean, that's what it was. I've heard two well-known teachers say that we are commanded to recite the Shema prayer twice a day. I don't see a command to do it. You know why? Because they are part of the what? Can we say Kabbalah? Can we say following Ashkenaz? Do you think there's a reason why they have the Star of David? There's a reason why they have the Star of David. Let's see. Can I speak on tequila? Yeah, I mean, I think she's demon possessed. I think she's confused. I think she's heard that we the true Hebrew Israelites and she got angry. So, that was her indirect way of hitting at the Hebrew Israelite sisters because she's not one. That's what I think. I think she just, she got issues. Should we listen to certain tents who preach the 12 tribes chart? Some of the things they say are true, I believe. That's your personal choice. I don't listen to them. That's me. I mean, if you're gonna lie about that, which is pretty obvious, I don't want to hear nothing else you gotta say. That's just me. That's a personal choice. I don't listen to them. Most churches don't advise that communion was already a part of the Passover. They think that it was initiated by Christ when it was going to the cross. Well, I think the difference is Christ says, do it in remembrance of me. That's the difference. He's the true Passover sacrifice. Let's see. One Hebrew channel indicated Khans, Latin, Mongols were the people mentioned in the 13th Amendment beyond sickening. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Are all white people Gentiles? All non-Israelites are Gentiles. Gentile just mean nations. But then you got to look at the context, because in Genesis 10, we talk about Japhet among the isles of the Gentiles. So it's all about context. Everyone wants to be Israel. However, our Father accepts strangers also. True. Only Judah was scattered, so why is the chart in 12 different locations? Thank you. I heard Berean admit on Thursday that we are Israel. Did he now? You mean he not a Cushite no more? Did you hear about the Asian woman who tried to mock black women about their hair? Oh, okay, yeah, that's Tila Tequila. I gotta hear this for myself. I don't believe it. He goes back and forth though sometimes. I don't know. Maybe things changed after he had, went to the hospital. I pray for his healing personally. I don't have no ill will towards Berean. I just think he should do right. That's all. Yeah, I think you should let all your kids watch Reclaiming the Throne. Definitely learn their true history. Israel support Israel. And brother Josh, Moray Josh, he did a great job on that. Great job. Let's see. What do you feel about the building collapse? That is an interesting scenario, Sister Sarah. That they say that they blew up that building because he had his files hitting there. I don't think McAfee that stupid personally. Not saying that the ones who did it are not. So I don't know. That is a mess in and of itself. For those of us who are Bantus and we're not scattered and are in Africa, what do we need to do to prepare for all of your return? Obey the Most High. Move away from ancestor worship. I mean, some of y'all say that's tradition, right? But that's why we went into captivity, because of all that. That's why Saul got into trouble trying to contact the ancestor. I say that, just turn to the Most High. If you need something from him, ask him directly. Get rid of those things, because everything that is ancient in Africa is not necessarily right. So in order to prepare, turn to Yeshua with all your heart and obey his word. And also, just make sure that you talk to people and let them know how them Zungus play, and how they'll kiss up on you and then stab you in the back. So y'all can't trust because they're being nice that they are really concerned about you. No, usually they want something from you. And I'm not talking about an individual, I'm talking about as a nation. It's a bit obvious after all these years. Individuals get to make personal choices, but as a nation of people, you got to be careful, right? Have you watched? Yeah, I watched it. It was good. It was good. Yeah, definitely recommend it. What's wrong with our people? Is it possible that our people are just not smart? So many lives being lost and murder, refuse to believe. It's spiritual. It's spiritual. That's all it is. I mean, you can show people all the evidence in the world. It's spiritual. There's nothing if your eyes are closed, spiritually closed, you can't see. If your ears are spiritually deaf, you can't hear. You got to pray. That's it. You got to pray for them. That's how I see it. Let's see. Pastor Darby with the truth. I went to a few conferences. He was, yeah, I like Pastor Darby. He was like one of the few guys I listened to. I used to always be ready to listen to Darby. I'm like, finally find somebody I listen to, and I'm like, oh, okay, now he's gone. That's well. Are the Greys responsible for abduction of missing people and on that? That's what. Well, they say that people being abducted. I don't know if it's the Greys, but who knows? That something's going on with all these missing people and all that stuff. I can't really say for sure, but something's happening. Natives burned down Catholic church in Canada. Really? These times are really strange. I ain't gonna lie. Thank you, LNF, for the gift. I would really like your thoughts. Are all white people Gentiles? Everybody who's not Israel is a Gentile. Yeah, Pastor Darby was one of the best. He was definitely. Let me see here right quick. All right, let's see. Thank you for the gift, Brother Bezzo. Do you put a lot of stock in what Carrie Ann teaches? She puts out a lot of videos every week. I'm gonna say this. I like Sister Carrie Ann. I think she's good people. That's all I can say. What do you think about the movie Tomorrow's War? Haven't seen it. Anywhere you see a star that represents a connection to Satan, Lucifer. Okay. What does the great falling away look like to you, Jacoba? Is it the Trump worship among the Christians, or is it something that we Hebrews will do directly? I think it's those Hebrews and anybody who denies Yeshua as God and as Savior. There's a lot of Israelites who reject Yeshua as Savior, as the Messiah. I think that's the falling away, denying the very one who paid for their sins. What's the difference between stranger and Gentiles? I mean, a stranger is a Gentiles. Anybody who's not Israelite. But I do believe you have to read it in context. What is your take on the traveler from 2027? I don't know anything about that. But Ren knows the truth. He keeps his channel going on. I agree with that. I do. He knows. He's not dumb. He's seen all the evidence. He knows. He just chose his side. That's all. Thank you, Brother Marcus, for the gift. Do we know what our traditional clothing look like? Every other nation has. I do. I believe it's like the Nigerians. I believe the traditional, let's say the traditional royal class dress or outfit or clothing was like the Nigerians. Why would one of the most popular Hebrew teachers spend millions on building here and not to move? That's because they don't know the prophecies. They banking that Babylon gonna be here for another 100 years. I wouldn't spend a dime on buying anything in this land personally. That's me. America in trouble. What about Reggie White? I saw the documentary. He found out he was Israel, then died. Yep. I mean, that's all I know about it. Same thing. The young lady that was kicked out of the Olympics for weed, but Phelps smoked weed and he did damage in Brazil and still got to compete. Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing gonna change till we out of here, till we leave the land of our captivities. I mean, you know, I'm not surprised anymore, right? We ought to be used to it by now. Yeah, as I said, I've seen it and it's good. Where can I watch Reclaim the Throne? Go to Vimeo, Vimeo. My white neighbor stated that they are mutants. She said that we are the original from the garden. How many know this? But a lot of people know the truth. That's what surprised me. A lot of people do. We just waking up. We will sleep. So Malak Yasha Yakanan, thanks for the gift, my brother. What do you think about the Hindu saying Christ and Krishna are the same person? They are the same word in Greek. Once again, that's the whole thing about the use of, you know, Western terms and pagan terms, right? I mean, there's similarities in words. I mean, you know, you can't tie that back to the Hebrew definition, right? I mean, we have to understand the use of words and how transliterations and, you know, occur when you go from one culture to another, one language to another, things like that. Let's see. "400 years are up. Why are we still here? What do we need to do?" The Bible says at the end of the 400 years, they're going to come out with, you know, great substance. But what happens? The nations whom they serve must be judged. They're being judged right now. We'll be coming out soon, I believe, but we'll see. I mean, same thing with Daniel in Daniel chapter 9. Daniel was like, how come we still here in Babylon? You said, it was going to be 70 years. We still stuck here. Same thing. I think it's near. I can't tell you when. Look like some of these posts keep coming back up. I'm getting duplicates or something. All right, let's scroll down here a little further. I'm going to start winding this down, family. So if you got any final questions, please post them now. Let's see. Thank you for the gift, AM Stone. I would love to hear you speak or debate with the Walter Jones show. He determinedly defends the rapture. I don't even know who he is, but I'm like, look, I don't debate anymore. But, when we do our teachings, you'll see, I'm like, I've been in that whole rapture thing, debating, my former pastor and all that stuff about the rapture for years, right? And I used to be post-trib from the very beginning. But we'll discuss it once my brother does the teaching. So. I've always wondered about Ham and the curse. Do you think that Ham actually did something to Noah, or was it Canaan? Well, the curse was on Canaan. It wasn't on Ham. So apparently Canaan did something, Some people believe that he slept with his father's wife. It's possible. What do you think about the Tobe Wigwiz music? I haven't heard of him. If you could share a link, that'd be great. I'm assuming he's Israelite, maybe. There's a lot of people I don't know about. I'd like to find some good music. Let's see. Have you seen Open Diary's video on the Fallen Seed series and who Edomites are? No, I haven't. I don't know what's happening here, but I keep getting this. It comes up like several times. Sister Jotoya, so I answered that already. I don't know why it keeps popping back up. Do you plan on moving to Africa? If I could, I would. But, that's just me. It is what it is, right? I'd have to get my family to come with me. Though. I couldn't leave them here by themselves and my mom. So, but, I told you I'm probably going in more than likely part of the greater Exodus. So the second Exodus. So it ain't like I could go, but I'm willing. All right, let's see. Do you believe Chinese troops will be on U.S. soil? Yep. Russian and Iranian as well. I also, tried to warn them that all of this is happening because of what they're doing to us, but they don't listen. So it is what it is. I'm like, go look at our record. We warned y'all before it even happened. So, it is what it is. I mean, you can't tell people nothing. They're not going to hear it. Their eyes are blind and their ears are deaf. Thank you, Zabi, for the gift. Will you come and visit Kenya before making your final decision on Tanzania? I would love to go to the continent. I've had health issues. That's one of the reasons I haven't visited yet. My brother might end up making it there, but I would have at least visited. I still want to visit at minimum, right? My great uncle was the prime minister of the kingdom of Uganda. He raised the president Kabaka and helped return the kingdom after exile in the 90s. We were all in Ethiopia. Oh, I would like to hear a lot about that. That's cool. All right. Something going on here. Sister Jotoya, you got to respond because I might have to block this because it's coming. Well, this show is almost over anyway, but I've seen this like 10 times already. So I don't know what's going on with that. All right. Let's see. America must be broken and broken before we probably. I would love to visit the motherland. They're trying to push this, you know what, but that's not going to stop. Yeah, that's not going to stop us. It's all about us. I told you that when the 400 years hit, that's why all of this happened. Could you elaborate on what was said about Pastor Darby? All we said was that he was, an anointed man, and we liked hearing him. That's all. Nothing special. Have you heard of Pastor Keith Wilkins? Yeah, I've interviewed him on my secondary channel. You can go watch it. Thank you, contending for the faith, for the gift. What do you think about the weather worldwide? Look, this weather's crazy. I'm like, if you don't believe we in the last days, something wrong with you. I'm like, hail, huge hail, ice up to your waist, floods, buildings sinking because of mudslides, and all the other pestilence and the volcanoes and the earth. I'm like, come on, what does it take? I'm like, now I see why the Bible says even they still didn't repent after all these judgments. And what about the heat? Let's talk about the heat. 121 degrees and stuff. I'm like, I think like in Portland and Canada and all. I'm like, come on, really? If y'all don't know we living in the last days of the last days, something wrong with you. So Open Diary is saying Edomite is not the white people. Well, my view, some white people are Edomites and some aren't. See, they go off the idea because Jacob was black, then his brother was black, which, okay, true. But we know also about Zepho, and Zepho took over Italia, according to Jubilees. So it is highly probable that some of these white folks are Edomites. My question would be, once again, according to the scripture, Edom is going to be in power before Jacob takes over. Who's in power today? According to the scriptures, Edom was going to be the one persecuting his brother until the end of time, until the end of the Gentile rule. Who is that today? Are they white or are they black? I'm just asking. You can't be that simple when it comes to the scriptures. I mean, you have to look at the totality of history, what happened, and that really the whole idea of race was only implemented because of slavery, right? I mean, that whole concept, right? So, we got to think in terms of nations. I mean, we have some Israelites who could pass for white. You don't think Edom has the same thing? I'm just saying. I just don't like to get into it. I mean, you listen to who you want. I did a video on Edom. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna be winding down. Let's see a few more questions and we'll call it a day. All right. Have you seen the videos on the Aframax YouTube channel? The videos show terrible and strange things that have happened to African people. I haven't seen it. I'll check it out. Have you seen it? Yeah, I saw the movie. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw the clips. I mean, there was definitely a message there to the Israelites, black people, whoever you want to call us. Let's see. All Bantu people in east and west of the continent know that we are Hebrews. It was just a faux pas. Okay. My mom has blonde hair and hazel eyes. We're black. Exactly. I mean, Israel come in many colors, right? I mean, blonde hair, blue eyes, dark skin. I'm like, we come in many colors. So you can't just say, anyway, I ain't gonna go there. All right. Why are there so many Freemasons, especially people of color? Because they get an advantage. They sell out their brethren, and they sell out the Most High for $1. What profit the man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So obviously some people made an exchange for their soul, right? So that's why they do it. Look, that is some serious deception there, especially for an Israelite. All right. All right, that's it, family. Thanks for listening, and please go to the website. I'm gonna paste it in there again for those who don't have the link. And this is the link to the new website, TEOTW Ministries. Make sure you sign up and become a member, and not just join to get notification. Okay. So, family, thank y'all for listening, and all of the super chat supporters. Thank you for the gifts, and also, family, go and look at, once you go to the website, go look at the Dry Bones Project and see what we're trying to do. And if that coincide with what you believe the Most High is telling you to do, then please support it, right? And we're going to be promoting the Dry Bones Project and the members who are a part of it. T3ME right now, and Stepping Stones to Home, and hopefully there'll be others in the future. This is about us coming together, working together, and supporting each other. All right, family. Love y'all with the love of the Messiah. Peace and blessings, Israel. Your captivity is ending.